Good afternoon, everyone. How are you guys doing tonight? Hope you guys are doing well. I say tonight, it's 2 in the afternoon. Welcome back to the stream. I am Conspiracist84. I got food in my beard. That's okay. Welcome back to Disco Elysium. I believe now that I've got some rest and it's during the day, we should have enough time to hopefully finish this game today, whatever it is. There may be a possibility that I have to get up because I have a sick child, so I may have to take care of that every now and then, but hopefully it won't be too bad. But thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. Like I said, I think we should be in good shape to hopefully finish this game today. There's just a lot of stuff that it seems like we need to do, or skill points that I need to move around. Okay, so can I try the pipe again? I don't think I can.
Behind the pipe.
No.
The maintenance
Put
door,
skill points into
rusted
physical
shut
instrument
and
to
half
open this
sunken
white
in
check.
sand.
Alright, so how much? I have 45 points. I need 55 points to... But see, physical instrument is full. I don't think I can load that up anymore, can I? Oh, maybe I can. It's too bad I can't take points from one and put it somewhere else. That would like to reorganize the game. Alright, I'm gonna look at the map again.
Hey Daddy, I see your stream.
Yeah? Nice. So I'm trying to see if I can go over there, but he's not... I don't think he's there, though. Yeah, I'll have to come back because I can't. It doesn't look like I could fast travel out there. Alright, let's try this again. Okay.
Popsicle.
Okay, so the dock worker's not here.
Behind the dock workers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn.
Uh-oh, stinky.
Always a pleasure. I mean, officers. I told you.
Tis true, sire.
Okay, so these guys are just kind of stuck here. So I think now it's just a matter of trying to find... Can I find the dock worker? I think that might be...
No.
That might be a question to try to figure out.
Looking for something?
Let me see the soldier
Been
boots.
admiring the storm?
You can just make out a familiar.
It sure is. For what?
It
Is
doesn't
that
look
Shrek?
like Lieutenant cares. He just makes a little note.
You do understand you're stomping on rubbish hole every day, don't you? Whatever
What?
it is.
No, it's not like
Why
that.
is he racist?
You don't get it. It's when I kick them, you know? Oh, fuck it. It's too complex for you.
Okay, we're done.
Mm.
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you?
Let's...
Is that Mario?
Are you watching the stream? Okay. So the dock workers, I don't think the dock workers gonna work out. I don't- Well, we can go up here and try to do this again, maybe. I don't know if it's gonna work all the way or whatnot.
The unpromising race pupil returns. Oh, don't.
There must be some friction there. He's keeping it well hidden.
Mr. Clare. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed
No, my
to
jam is the
your
mysterious
race
fourth
jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them.
Yes.
I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products.
Let's see what happens here.
We are the future. That is, I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Elysium.
Okay, so you did come from the islands?
No. I have heard about it on the radio.
Cool.
Yes.
This could have made him more open to discussing the race enigma with you.
There is nothing funky about them. There are tips. The F are a museum of fail. It would be cruel. Those a
let's see.
receding genetic pool has. You know them by the names of their nation states. The Oranese, the Gotwaldians, and the Königsteiners. My people simply call them Mao.
Mahun is a derogative term for first world people of Gotvaldian descent. They do not all have eczema. Also, people of Katla, like the Suru and the Uhu, are much more lactose intolerant.
No, the wooden clogs, though.
In some municipalities of Oranje, people do wear shoes made of wood to street parades. Green, orange, and even yellow tassels have also been seen on hats.
The Maun are proof that you can have too much Occidental racial purity and tassel-centric culture. Inbreathing has led to a
hello, Meg.
lactose-intolerant
How are you?
subrace whom no one can take seriously.
Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day.
Colorful tassels are, let's be honest, not a good sartorial choice for this century. You might want to avoid wooden clogs too.
The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have Type A race propensities. The other large Mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem.
A glandular problem. That's not good.
Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum. As proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental Type A is in retrograde. The Semenese and the Areopagite are on the ascent.
Let's see.
The indigenous people of this, the Insulindian archipelago. The Semenese inhabit the southern islands. I am Semenese, from the stock of Ulebruy on Ile de Fantôme. The Areopagites are the master race of the Ile Maran deserts. The Semenese are descendants of the Areopagites. We came here during a heroic migration from Ile Maran to Ansuland, thousands of years before the lactose-intolerant Maun Occidentals discovered this place.
What's the difference?
The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Semenese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls.
Hey guys, sorry, I'll be back in just 1 second. Alright guys, we are back. Sorry about that. Uh-oh. That popped up.
The latter is perfected. I cannot possibly imagine what there is nothing funky. I cannot possibly imagine.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint. From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
Actually, now that I hear superstar and law official in a sentence, they sound weird together. Yeah, that's me. I've been establishing my superstardom hard lately.
Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen, Salem Rocky Baye, badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera, lights. With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
Alright, well, I don't know what that means, but okay, cool. Like I said, I'm not sure
The already
exactly
familiar cold touch of plastic.
what I can do here.
Yeah.
Mr. Dubois, every worker, member of the board. How can I help you today? My dear Harry, I rarely do have...
Oh my god, I think this is where I get frustrated because I'm not exactly sure what I need to do.
Oh, hey, mister. I'm not gonna...
Okay, you know what? Nope, I'm off. I don't want to talk to you.
Before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly. And, as it's always been, it's impossible to open a container with the rhetoric. Maybe you're losing your... rusting control panel with several knobs. No screech of metal when you push the button this time. Only silence as the crane does not return to...
All right. I feel like I'm stuck. Like I just keep going in this like never-ending loop of doing the same things.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies. The trash container stands in. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. You're used to this. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. You see, you've done this before. No, searching for evidence in the trash. Good practice for dumpster diving. A box falls into pieces. The container sounds a muffled gong.
Oh wait, I thought somebody had said something about the little house down here at the end where the other zoologist lived. So we can check that out maybe.
The door is closed again. You hear someone inside.
Well, that's not good. Hey, you know what? That might be a good thing to do. I can try to do the barbell thing that I didn't do when we finally got in there.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master. You manage to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Turns out you're no beast, just an old man with bad form. Even your body has failed you. It's a miracle you didn't injure yourself. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to smash through that back door.
Seems like I'm a little out of shape.
Proper weightlifting gloves would definitely afford a better grip.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
It's dark. And the flashlight works a lot better if you hold it in your hand. Right. Now let's get to it.
Some areas are...
See, and I think we looked everywhere here, too. Did we not ever go in here? Oh, this is all new?
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice, or several voices, talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs. The echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying, or what's producing them.
What are you doing? Wait, really? Should investigate, see if someone's upstairs.
But how do we get upstairs?
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment
An ice
in its
bear.
belly.
Nice.
The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red. The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy? A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun. The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Take the note.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
examine one of the ice cream
A
wrappers.
friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate.
What is this? What is a giant bear-shaped fridge doing in an abandoned cellar?
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
So they tried to sell ice cream from this hyper carnivore.
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
Alright, but first, let's read the note.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active. Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Sully Swaff.
Do we have any idea where the frozen ice cream maker could be?
I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the ice bear fridge. Really? You don't have a single guess?
You mean Kuno?
Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on the filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter.
Alright, so we know that. The flashlight casts a strange shadow. There's a hidden doorway here. The frozen ice cream maker that's still running.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut. You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here. If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand, detective.
Equip the pry bar by going to the Tools tab in your inventory.
This
I
orange
got
machine is buzzing like an old submarine.
What?
It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut. The ice squeaks beneath the pry bar.
What is this?
You think you've got the bar jammed in there pretty well, but the lid simply won't budge.
What is
You
this?
see the pry bar's metal handle
What?
bending right before your very eyes.
Yeah, well, that's a good pry bar. I'm not criticizing it. But this ice cream maker is frozen shut. It takes an advanced tool to get it open.
What?
Advanced.
I have no idea, officer.
Oh,
This ice cream maker isn't important enough to requisition a special tool.
Sooner or later, you will stumble upon a tool mighty enough. Then we will know what's in this mysterious ice cream maker.
oh. Are you serious? Ah! You cuckoo head.
An ice cream maker defrosted and unplugged.
You're a doo-doo brain and nobody loves you. Why are there like little ants in here?
And where?
There are no bugs on the wall.
Oh, I don't know. Someone has stuck some busted guns beneath the
Oh,
ceiling.
I'm jumping. Oh no. This is a geometry dash. That's really a geometry dash. Ah!
Intercom wires running to the breaker box.
Man runner.
Huh.
Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Plug in the black cable.
Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
It's black, and it's not like the red one, because it's black, the color of immeasurable cosmos. I don't know why I unplugged it. I do things without a reason.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has one cable missing. Somewhere, a machine hums along with the current, happy and contented. An
Nice.
electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now. This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand crank.
Oh, wait, hold on. If I unplug it...
Only the black cable is plugged into the breaker box. Something close.
Why did you do that?
The lieutenant
Dead.
raises. This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping. The ice squeaks beneath. You see.
Yeah, well, I have no...
Sooner or later, you will stumble upon it.
There was something just here.
Oh shoot. Shoot.
Both cables somewhere in the dark.
Okay, so how do I get upstairs?
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace.
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney. No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
So, is there a way to go upstairs?
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away. Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest, but one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others. Take it. You're a police officer. Police officers carry guns.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
Where are we?
Seems like an old bunker from the Revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache. It means there are firearms, breech loaders, still lying around in Martinez. This would have been good in our case against Ruby for Titus. Too late for that now, but still, might be useful down the road.
He likes this find. A few bricks have fallen off. Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. It's like an extension of your arm, the polished wooden handle almost fusing into your palm.
I think my hand recognizes it.
It reminds you of the day you first held it, with fear and respect, hoping you don't have to use it in vain. The sun was out in Jamrock. It was so long ago. Sheathe your sidearm, officer. A serious law official, cop by the book, should know to only unholster their service weapon when using it is unavoidable.
Fine. I'll put it back. So I wonder if this means that we have to go talk to Titus now.
Yes?
Alright, let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna be right back, guys. Something's come up. I'll be right back in just a second. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Had to take care of a little personal issue. But it is all good and taken care of.
I don't think I should be sitting right here.
Huh?
It's wet right here.
It'll dry.
I killed everybody. Everybody I know and love is dead.
Okay, so I wonder if we should go and talk to Titus about this.
Rescue throw.
The Coppernado is back.
Yeet.
What do you want?
What?
Yeah? What?
Yeah, see, and this is where I feel like I feel like I'm stuck here.
You watch me do?
Because I don't really have enough. I don't know if it's time or what.
Behind the pipe, the maintenance door, rusted shut and half sunken in sand.
Yeah, like it won't let me. It literally won't let me do anything. Why won't it let me look at the thing?
A rusty ladder leads to the rooftop.
Good Lord, man. This is too much. Like, I literally don't know where else to go. This is what I have left to do, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it.
You see a heavy
I
steel
can't.
door. The door
I don't.
does not budge.
I don't know what else to do. I don't. I am literally at a loss. I don't know what to do here.
The Coppernado is back. What do you want? Yeah? What?
You know, fuck. I'm trying to get some kind of info here, guys. Oh god, dang it. Come on. Okay.
Fuck does Kuno care? The fuck do you want with good call, Pigmeister?
God.
Don't come and talk.
I feel like I'm stuck here, guys.
The tracks are as they have ever been. A bit more worn, perhaps. Fortunately.
Hey, was there something you needed? Another thing. Great. I love those.
Yeah.
Why? No, fuck it. I don't want to know.
Yeah, I might have
don't wanna
to. If I
know.
don't,
Why
I
these
think if I don't do it
degenerates
today, I'm
what
gonna
they
be
do.
done.
I thought we had one good guest in the building.
Yeah, I bet you didn't want it to be her. Well, anyway, Mr. Salt, I don't like loose ends. You have Lena. Lena is a good customer.
What's that supposed to mean? Fuck you, buddy. She's not my taste. Good thing she pays for her stuff on time. I'll forward her the bill and be done with it.
Wow. She really isn't his taste. Her spell hasn't spread here.
Now, was there anything else? I have like 4,000 coasters to stack. And then I need to wash dishes because it turns out I have to do that too.
I saw a sign that said I couldn't go into the kitchen. Why can't I go
What
into
are
the
you,
kitchen?
a cook now? That's none of your business.
But there may be something pertinent to the investigation in the
He
kitchen.
wasn't pan-fried. He was lynched. What could the kitchen possibly have to do with... Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the cook is working. You can snoop around after that, if you must.
Now, there's a mysterious blue steel door in the back.
Oh yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Do you know what's behind it?
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get
Cheater.
there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
Let him get to pretend as he's indifferent.
He looks at the dust on his finger and wipes it off.
Yes?
Goodbye.
What?
Hi again, Gendarme. Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer?
I'm here to kick some ass and solve the case I'm working on.
Well, here's to you. Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. Yes,
he alone?
He was speaking to someone on his earpiece, just
was he
reporting
saying?
back whatever I was telling him. Sure. Anything else on your mind? Bye-bye, gendarme.
Okay, I need to try to get some points.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
I'm going to say no. Just to see what god fucking shit.
Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a firefighter.
Oh, this is so insane. Did you just, hold on, did you just call me Timbo? No, let's not do that.
Timbo. Give me the coin. Give me the coin. You monkey.
Tim Tebow. Let's go, Timothy. I'm trying my best.
Timbo.
Yes? Excuse me? You have
A moment passes.
I can, but you know what? Just for you, I'm gonna charge for it.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What more do you want to know about that poor girl? Yes, let's hear those.
I want to go and I just want to figure this out.
Well, then figure it out.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it.
Yeah, he did.
What? What'd I do?
of ghostly shades facing a crumbling wall, with another 7 shades standing a cold behind this.
No, why can't I walk across it?
There's nothing else. Behind the pipe.
Hello. Isn't this a fine morning? Sure. What's on your mind? Actually,
Buckle up.
10 years ago.
Wait, what the hell is a...
Yes. Tape computers. But of course. What
Dude.
else? There's a...
Pipes can be broken with force.
No.
So you haven't seen...
No,
He's telling the truth. He hasn't seen anyone.
I do have...
He's not... No, I mean, come on.
Of course, Detective. I wouldn't have assumed anything else. Matter of fact, I don't know if you're familiar with this, but the Vespertine Department of Justice has published a rather interesting paper on the criminal profiling in former socialist states. Have you read it? If not, then you definitely should. If not for tips and tricks, then just for theoretical curiosity. Anyway, that's just a little something that sprang to mind. You were saying?
Sure.
They don't sell those kind of books at crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Guys, I'm literally about done. Like, we haven't progressed any in this game, and it's been over an hour.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. There's a bitter, caustic taste on the tip of your tongue.
And then he picks up the receiver.
Cold metal takes your mind away.
That's enough now, officer.
It didn't give you any your hand.
Officer, that's enough.
That's right. It's a...
I just want something to happen. Otherwise, we're so close to this game being done. I will end it because this is complete nonsense right now. I don't know who else to talk to, what else to do.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Of course. Anything to help. Yes.
Since you're...
Then we're on the same page. As grim as it may be. Not much. They boast a long list of clients.
Meaning they're used to a...
Yes. All the good conflict corridors. Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands. Countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil. I wouldn't go as far as to use that term, detective.
It's the expression she objects to.
What, going native?
Yes.
She picked a strange hill to die on.
Strike. Sounds like you object to the words going native more than him.
She's silent.
What is the purpose of this, detective?
This is where you draw the line, going native, not at hiring a paramilitary death squad.
Paramilitary death squad is a bit rich. But yes, were it up to me, I would have at least vetted them more thoroughly. Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenell.
Could you contact the company, tell them to call it off?
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask. Of course.
What happened to this?
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it? Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Not cool.
Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the Union.
Sounds like usual aggressive posturing.
What
There are
harder
leaflets
demands?
everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes, every worker, a member of the board.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
Seems like they have no idea about business.
In its defense, another said, demand democracy. Pretty tame stuff compared to every worker, a member of the board.
What does that even mean?
It's quite simple, you see. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision, about what? About anything really, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
The workers can't be kings, the king is king.
That may well be. It's not up to me to decide who is king, but as negotiations go, it's not a swell start.
What are you going to do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
This checks out. No, wait. The chief negotiator heard it from a man at the gates. Surely the Wild Pines Group has more effective channels of information. After all, 2,200 people are on strike. This is a big deal for them.
The scabs are at the gate.
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the Union refuses to?
Yes, that's exactly what I
Don't
mean.
let her answer it herself.
Let's call them strike breakers. You put them there, right? You're right. I don't know what got into me. Some of that degenerate dock worker lingo was rubbed off, it seems. Let's call them strike breakers.
To answer your question, yes, they were organized by Wild Pines. The contractors picked them up from Jamrock and drove them over. This is standard practice. The company reserves the right to man its stations. Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Really?
Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
That's Everard, all right.
He's the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
I remember hearing something about this Edgar.
Have you seen him?
No.
Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
Okay, let's give...
The Debardeurs Union was organized...
A mob.
Refreshing. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Debardeurs Union is...
a giant leech sucking the life out of Revachol. An effective advocate for the rights of the local working men, or basically a socialist mob.
Thank you for being candid. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the wolf always hungers.
You said something happened to the elections?
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore, or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
This forewoman, her name?
What's her name?
Sadly, the company records do not even give a name. She's just forewoman in private correspondence, Holly. I don't even know if it's a sir or given name, and I don't have access to the Union's files.
Some kind of extortion, probably.
Indeed. The company suspects foul play, but there's nothing they could do. It was a Union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, man. We'll be just fine.
Of course. How else can I help? Well, technically speaking, I'm not on it right now. Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
What do you mean?
I mean, we are on Le Caillou, are we not? We are. And the city of Revachol is on the island of Le Caillou.
She nods attentively.
Does it have
The
a name?
boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19 because that's the type of sloop it is.
How do you
My
like it?
sloop?
I'm enjoying this part of the interview.
I really do.
Die, Anne.
Is she thrown off yet? He's looking at the woman.
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smokes. Qualified pleasure craft operator. So charming. Where's the damn license?
Where's your
I
license?
just renewed its safety inspection last month, officers. It is completely seaworthy. In fact, it's taken part in not 1, but 2 insulindic regattas. Even finished once.
What happened
The other time, I would have finished the race were it not for an urgent work matter, much like the one I'm on now.
Still need to see license.
Actually, you don't.
pretty sure I do.
It is a little known fact among those rogue police that the Wayfarer Act specifically denies the RCM the authority to demand anyone's operator license.
More like the Anarchy Act is my opinion. Wait, exactly how little known is this fact?
I was just being polite. Even school children know the Wayfarer Act.
More like the Anarchy Act.
No need to politicize this. You may still ask for the lady's passport.
You need to save face if you want her respect. Demand that passport.
I need to see your passport.
Of course.
Look at the passport.
The woman is silent, smiling while the waves lap against the hull. In your hand, under the plastic, a light blue passport saying, Republic of Vespa. The coat of arms has a lion and an ostrich. Seagent. The Republic of Vespa, formerly the Republic of Vespa Messina, was once a dual kingdom. An amicable parting of ways produced two constitutional monarchies. Vespa, the richer of the two, is an occidental nation known for its proximity to the Pale and its exotic financial derivatives. It is a stable country, and yet there has always been something ominous about its perfect stability. It's a place at the edge of the Mwindi Isola, overlooking the Ubi Sunt Isles, fracturing into the great unrest of the Pale.
Look at the photo page.
The woman, born in the year 3 in the commune of Revachol, smiles at you, face adorned with frown lines and crow's feet. The photo is recent. The name reads, Rejoice Leighton Messier.
Your name is Rejoice?
Yes, but please don't call me that.
Why?
Joyce is much more efficient.
You're from the Republic of Vesper?
My husband is. I have dual citizenship. A Vespertine is handier when traveling.
She nods and returns the plastic bag to her coat.
Good.
Oh man. I need 5 more points.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer? Oh? Who? Okay. Oh. Yes, that's... Sorry I couldn't help you out. Well, how can I assist you then, officer? Like I said, fish mostly. Sometimes I...
Keep it professional, man. Don't make it sound like you're hitting on her.
Oh, what have you found?
Pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies. Human, animal, fish, other odd sea creatures. A mine washed ashore once. Bottles, drugs also. Lost cargo in general. Most of the time it's just wood and glass.
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely.
I need to know about those bodies. Why don't you leave?
And go where? The fish are plentiful here and we get enough orders to get by. It's not great, but it's something.
Anywhere with better opportunities, just somewhere.
People imagine picking up and finding something better is an easy solution. But how is that supposed to work when all your time and energy goes to staying alive? You have almost nothing to set aside to actually fight your way out.
Hordes of wild, homeless people roaming the lands. Nomads scattered across an endless plain in a dystopian world where tear is the only valid currency and people eat each other to stay alive.
I don't mean to complain about my pauper life. We are warm and fed here and... I don't know. There's just something about this shithole.
A sudden gust of cold air blows in from the sea. The waves flow and ebb. Around you, the fishing village takes its slow and steady breaths. Its many wooden structures, worn by bitter years of salt and storm.
Shake off the stupor.
Even at the worst of times, Revachol cares for its inhabitants.
I can come back and let him go.
Yes? Excuse me? Frankly, Detective, you are in a deranged state. I can't let you proceed without...
The lieutenant thinks you're some unaccountable wreck who needs constant supervision. But you don't have to listen.
Except that I do, Detective. Some you time? This is a police investigation, not a journey of self-discovery. You'll still have your evenings to yourself. You might. It's important...
The lieutenant, is it not?
I just need 5 points.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
What bad people?
I don't think questioning 4 years...
Then we're definitely doing it. Is that the phasmid? It looks like the phasmid, leaning against the wall. Wait, what if this is the fishing rod situation all over again?
Try to sneak up on the phasmid. Leap towards the phasmid and clasp it in your hands. You're not going to be fooled again. You're going to stand here calmly and observe this non-phasmid until you see what it really is.
Fine. It's not a phasmid. It's not even organic. Just a fire iron resting by the fireplace. But where's your sense of wonder, man?
I forget the phasmid fire iron. Feels safe and warm in here, not like outside.
Hello, mister.
Do you know anyone named Ruby?
Luby. Ruby.
Suddenly, the girl gets all serious and leans in as if she's about to tell you to see her.
My mom tells me I'm a big girl, but she doesn't know that I can't say Earl. Or like, sometimes I can, but then Uller.
Kids.
Yeah, they look the same. They look identical. It's Lammy. He's my friend. So
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and the fur is tattered in several parts.
Looks like he's falling apart.
yes, Lammy has lived a long life. Lammy was a
Revacholian?
No, that's not it. You know what you are, Lammy?
I think she means revolutionary.
Yes! Lammy was a revolutionary.
Are you her daughter?
I am. Little Lily. You know my mom?
Not really, but I'd like to.
Uh-huh. Mom is great. You know what's great about my mom? Everything. Bye.
See you, Lammy. Can I sit for a minute?
The worn and...
You can revisit.
Good lord, man. Just let me go.
Tequila Sunset. Can't really...
It's a touch. He really has no idea who this...
What's in a name?
Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna share that?
Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story here. Something happened to you. Something happened to me, too. My actual name is George. But around here, you already know. I was once a reasonably high net worth individual. A founder / junior partner at a high concept creative services agency. When my story begins, I had just landed a major contract with an insurance firm.
Okay.
I used the profits from my agency to finance what I call a cultural incubator. Abstract value generation, value per person, high concept stuff. I developed the paradigm, worked within the paradigm, but the burden of leadership weighed heavily on me. So I went jogging every so often to keep myself sane.
Wait, how many people did you have working for you?
22 full-time employees, an all-star team, a potentially historical set of individuals. Worrying about them often kept me up well into the morning hours.
I could probably use a good run.
It helped, truly. With my trusty Sansarique Lycra tracksuit, I felt like I could conquer the world. But now dreams are worn thin, much like my tracksuit. One day I left on my evening run. As you may know, it's impossible to clear your head when you're distracted by the sound of keys jangling in your pockets.
His eyes are clouded. His dilated blood vessels encircling his irises like stinging brambles. His eyes are your eyes.
So I removed the key ring and put the keys for the front gate and the apartment into different pockets to stop the jangling, you see? At least, that was the plan. I was halfway done with my usual lap when it started to rain. The reality situation became very wet, very quickly.
How wet are we talking?
Wet, okay? It was raining really hard. I made my way back home and discovered... Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I did. There was no climbing down because I slipped and landed on my ass.
Ouch.
Ouch, indeed. Reality was looking rather grim just then. Me lying on my ass in a mud pit in the middle of a heavy shower. But when life knocked me down, I always got up. So I made my way across the yard. Standing in front of my apartment door, fumbling with my pockets, I realized that I'd also forgotten my apartment key.
You've got to be me.
I wish I were, Tequila. I wish I were. Instead of my apartment key, I'd taken the key to the office. I rang my neighbor's buzzers. It was late, and most of them didn't even answer. Those who did assumed I was trying to sell them something and hung up before I could even explain the situation. People are naturally wary of ad men, you see. One moment someone chats you up, 5 minutes later. Just then, but when I reached my office, I remembered that I'd asked one of my producers. Anyway, so, now you've heard my tragic tale. What do you think? Like nothing you've ever heard, huh?
You got one hell of a story.
Yeah. Maybe I've exaggerated certain parts over the years. When you tell a story too often, it begins to take on a life of its own. But what matters is that it's true to my subjective experience. Anyway, that was all the story one bottle gets you. Almost empty, this one.
Truly, he has the soul of an artist.
Hey, sorry for being a buzzkill. I'll supply booze if you supply the stores.
Wonderful. Classy. The tale I'm about to tell you is an urban legend particular to Martinez. That
I wonder if
said,
this is going to help.
I first heard it from a former bicycle courier in Koran. There are many variations on the basic story, and the details often conflict. What everyone agrees on is that nobody knows the exact nature or identity of the phenomenon.
Are you telling the story of the headless...
Shut the fuck up, Rosemary. Summer of 44. 17-year-old Gertrude Het is walking home from a late shift at the harbor. It's almost midnight. She stops for a cigarette near the canal.
The streets are warmed by a southerly breeze. The lights of a passing motor carriage bloom and fade in the distance. In the harbor's dark, her cigarette is a beacon, dancing alone. The image comes to you effortlessly, as though you'd walked the same streets yourself 1,000 times.
Our heroine finds herself enjoying the peace and quiet the canal provides. What she doesn't know is that her peace is about to be shattered. From behind her comes the clattering of hooves. Startled, she turns around, and what does she see? A headless man, wearing a found tracksuit, riding a horse. That's right, it's the Headless Faun Rider.
No.
Rumored to be searching for his legendary found cap that went missing when he lost his head.
Whoa.
Woe is right, my friend. Gertrude Het may have been the first to witness the Headless Faun Rider, but she wasn't the last. Oh no.
Tell him about the two feminists by the locks.
Fuck, Rosemary, they were dating. No one said they were feminists. Everyone always misremembering this stuff.
This wouldn't be the De Ponte Delgado case, would it?
What? You know it?
I read the case file, but please, go on.
Right. Early autumn of 46. Ula de Pont and Eva Delgado are fishing near the waterlock long after the sun has set. The wind picks up. A sky already dark now blackens. Water starts falling from above. The first cold rain of the season.
Two women stand on a small outcropping of rocks. One of them is wearing a purple raincoat. Thin lines reach out from the rods into the sea. Small droplets start appearing on the surface with increasing frequency.
The women are caught in the downpour. They act quickly. Eva gathers the rods whilst Ula turns around to reach for the tackle box. When she sees something, her shriek is so violent that the residents of the nearby apartment building believe lightning has struck.
Oh, wow.
But there is no lightning. Only a heavy downpour and the silhouette of the Headless Faun Rider looming on the horizon. Ula makes a run for the shore, but Eva slips on a wet rock and disappears into the cold, cold canal with nary a sound. Her body is never recovered.
What happened?
Word on the street is that she, you know, gave herself facial deconstruction surgery. Real grisly stuff.
Interesting.
That part, at least more or less, corresponds to the case file.
See? Told you. Anyway, that's the story of the Headless Faun Rider. Pretty crazy, huh?
I've already seen some weird stuff on this case. A headless jockey in a tracksuit fits right in.
Hard to argue with that, I suppose.
That's the reality situation for you. You think you got a handle on it, then blam! It throws some wild shit at you. That's why it's critical to stay well hydrated.
Who was the headless?
Well, Tequila, that's part of the legend. No one knows for sure. There are a couple of possibilities, though. Some say he was an undercover cop who blew his cover and got beheaded by the vicious gang he had infiltrated. Now he rides, searching for his lost-found cap, plotting revenge.
O headless brother, where art thou?
Others claim he was a professional jockey who veered off course during a steeplechase, ended up in somebody's backyard, and got decapitated by an exceptionally taut clothesline.
Even decapitation couldn't stop his commitment to the sport. Are you that committed?
Personally, I think he was just some guy who hanged himself from a really tall tree, and the fall was so violent that his head came clean off.
Oh, wow.
Coincidentally, at that exact moment, a horse happened to pass under him, and his beheaded corpse mounted it, where it remains to this day. But then, no one really knows.
For some reason, this does strike you as the most plausible theory of them all.
I've got a hunch that this was an undercover cop. I want revenge too. I bet he was the jockey. He seemed super committed to his sport. I've got to agree your theory sounds the most plausible. None of those really sound plausible.
Isn't it? All the pieces fit together perfectly. That's how I know it's right. Anyway, to each his own. You want to hear any other stories?
Whatever became of him.
No one knows. Some say he stalks Martinez to
But
this
guys,
day,
we got an extra
and can be
point.
seen near the canal
You know
when
what
the
that
clock
means.
Strikes midnight.
He won't, though, because it's just a stupid
You know
legend.
what that means, guys.
I saw him one night when I was right shit-faced.
Let's go.
Behind the pipe, the maintenance door, rusted shut and half sunken in. Behind the pipe,
I can't.
the maintenance
I
door,
can't. I can't
rusted
do it.
shut and half sunken in sand.
Yeah, guys, I don't think we can. I don't think this is gonna work. Thank you. Well, let me pour it into something else real quick. Thank you. And a lemon shot. There you go. 3, 2, 1. Woo.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
I couldn't, no. Alright guys, I think I'm done. Yeah, guys, I think I'm done. I truly don't know if I'm going to come back to this or not. Hello, Lucy. How are you? She's tuning in at the wrong time. But like I said, I don't think I'm going to come back to this because I really don't know what else I need to do. I realized that I just screwed up and put a point somewhere that I probably didn't need to put it, and I could have used it with this. And there's no way for me to go back to that. So, yeah, I'm done. We will have a new game set up for you guys tomorrow. I think the next game on the list is Returnal. So I will start with that tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm sorry that we probably will not be able to finish this. I do appreciate you guys being here for the time it took to get to this point. I hate going this far into a game and then not finishing it, but I'm just not going to run around aimlessly and not get anything done. But, yeah, thank you guys so much. Hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow night. So, until then, be good, be safe, have fun, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.